Malik Ellison.
And Malik, man, where are you from?
Flint, Michigan. Born and raised.
Flint, Michigan, bro. Who? A lot of ball players here in Flint. Who's the best player that came out of Flint? This might be a controversial answer.
The best player that came out of Flint, it was a small guard from Beecher, I think about 10 years ago. He dropped like 63 points, got 3 state championships. I forgot his name, though, but I think he was the best player.
Yeah, I think he might be on YouTube these days, man. 63 points, man. How do you look back at that and be like, is that just a day you had, or is that just a conundrum of everything you did to put in the work?
Yeah, it was my senior night, so I was definitely trying to leave my mark, as a Buccaneer and stuff like that. But, during that whole night, I feel like I blanked out. Like I was just trying to win so bad that I didn't even know I had 63. They came in the locker room, was just like, man, you dropped. We lost, by the way.
Wow.
3 overtime games.
It's crazy.
Had 63, 11 assists, 9 steals. It was just a crazy stat line. But I was so focused on winning that I didn't even know. But, that night just still lingers in my head some nights. And it was just a great feeling to have that mark on the school and just have that legacy live.
And definitely, you're carrying on a new legacy now. Like went to college. For the people that know, where do you play in college?
Eastern Michigan, transferred to Saginaw Valley, and then I finished up my senior year playing semi-pro. But, yeah, that was the route I took, and, it got me to this point that I'm at today.
Right, and so now we kind of moved in and connected through the basketball space has brought itself online, and you're carrying a new torch. The small guard division, you kind of created it, and now it's caught on. Talk a little bit about that progression and where you're at right now.
Yeah, breaking down the doors for the small guards. I know it's a being small guards around, but me really trying to create that own division within the next chapter and, get matchups for guys that's, been overlooked their whole life and not having the chance to actually perform. This is a space where it's all on you. So, I'm calling out all the small guards as much as I can, trying to continue that going, and hopefully I can be the champ. I am the champ right now in my eyes, but until we get some more matchups, we're going to see.
Definitely the champ in Michigan, carrying on kind of the throne for the Midwest right now as more people are carrying it in. NBA-wise, who is someone you kind of modeled, even, EuroLeague, who's a player you're like, I really see myself playing like him, I model myself after this player?
I would say, in the NBA-wise, it was like Malik Ellison, them type of guys that was smaller scorers and stuff. I had a knack for scoring, and then when I got to the point guard realm, I started taking notes from Trey Burke at Michigan, just trying to lead the team, get to a championship. Kyrie Irving, for obvious reasons, one of the most skillful guys in the space right now. So it's a lot of small guys. The list can go on for days, but, me trying to be a different version of all of them is what got me going every day. When people say I look like Fred VanVleet or Jamal Murray, it's just like they can see different small guards in me, and I feel like that's the ultimate goal.
So I think that breeds a lot to your body of work. We got to work on it today, got a little work in, some one session. Can definitely see why a lot of people could see the pro comparison very much, like Fred, like Monte. Give your pitch for your next matchup. If you could have a dream player to play against, whether it's in the current YouTube space or just beyond, who is someone you'd want to see?
Well, there's so many different small guards out there that I can choose from. Really the ones that's trying to come at me the most. I don't really like seeking out my own matchups because I feel like anybody who step up to the plate gonna get what's coming. So, I'm just working hard, staying in the lab, polishing my game, so when anybody want that smoke, they can have it.
What's your pitch for June 6th? Why should small guard be on TV with Kyrie, Lance, Beasley? Obviously, you got my vote from over here, but give your pitch to the rest of the world.
I'm just going to bring that entertainment factor, that dog mentality. You're going to get a good fight out of me. I'm not somebody that's going to take off possessions or not act like it's not money on the line. Like I got so many people depending on me. I got the city on me. So it's like I can't lose in a way. So I'm going to go out there and give my all. Whoever they match up with, I know it's going to be David and Goliath, but you know how that story ends.
Definitely. And where can we find you? Socials? I know you're training as well, too. Where can people follow you, man?
Small.guard. Or I got Stony.wizard that you can follow. Follow the movement. I'm going to have some more content coming out in the summer. And, follow my young guys, my young jokers, D1 TV jokers and stuff like that. So we on the come up right now, man. Just getting better every day.
Malik Ellison, best small guard from Flint, maybe best online. Your vote. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, for sure.